So hello everyone. Well, hello Foxy. We are getting some things together here for this evening's fun. Give me one moment as we continue pushing buttons and turning levers and flipping switches and opening and closing valves in some vain attempt to make sure that this is going to work properly this evening. We will be doing a number of things. Mostly it will be surrounded by going to many worlds that I have aggregated over the years. We're going to do a quick tour as such. There we go. It's always good to get off your paws a bit. Alright, let's go ahead and make some camera adjustments as you do. So we can get it locked in the way it's supposed to be. There we are. Hi and welcome. Athena! Hello, hello, hello. Alright, let's see. Getting it all figured out, getting everything centered, and I should have my other application open here. It should have started, but it did not start. Why didn't it start? Why does it hate me? We'll find out here. By the way, we are on a new microphone. You may hear me pretty well, I hope. And do let me know if it's too hot, too soft, too whatever. We are here for your entertainment and hopefully enlightenment. Let's see. It's perfect, okay. This microphone has an extra interesting legacy. We have a, what is it called? A Amazon returns shop. We call it the Bad Store. And the Bad Store takes your money. They have a weekend $10 day. And what ends up happening is that, I'll go ahead and restart the music here. That'd probably be a good idea. By the way, do you hear the music in the background? If you do not hear the music in the background, just let me know. No music! Well, that's not good. Okay. Let's see if I can make an adjustment. Let's see. How about now? I will... Yep, okay. Is it too loud, too soft? It should be just in the background. That's good. All right. Caliber Savage, good to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful night. First time chatter, good to see you. I am out tonight to visit the many worlds of VRChat, and we hope to have a wonderful romp through the 400 worlds. Well, we're not going to do all 400 worlds tonight, but we will do some of my favorites. And then later on at 11 p.m., we will be having a dear friend, Karasoria, who is... Karsorian has a brand new avatar that they're going to be showing and debuting. It's up on Jinxie so far. At the end of the stream, I will be adding the links to everything that we see here tonight on the link so you can go and visit some of these other worlds. I'm going to adjust my mic. I think it's just a tiny bit too hot. Don't want to blast anybody out of their chairs. After all, that would be very rude. Don't you agree? Yes, I think that'd be very rude. Okay. A couple of announcements of that on Sunday we will be having Skyfire. Good to see you. All the love. On Sunday, we'll be doing a 2-hour of the book that I've been reading called Beyond the Veil of the Moon. And this is a novel that I wrote many years ago that I've sort of updated a little bit here and there. And I've included a couple of friends that I've met in this world to be part of that story. The various characters that they represent are the same, just, well, they are unique creatures, and we're going to get into something really fun in 2 hours of storytelling. So, this is the other reason why we have the lovely new microphone. So, I wouldn't call it new. I've had it for a bit. I just never really had any use for it. Again, as I was about to say, we went to the Amazon returns store, and that's where this microphone came from. And it was a bit pricey, and I didn't realize how expensive this microphone actually was. But it was on $10 a day, so I got it for $10. So hopefully it'll be the future of all of our interactions here. Because, well, headset microphones, as good as they can be, are not always the best. And until I can get my hands onto, let's say, a Steam frame, whenever that comes out, well, I don't know if I'll be. It all depends whether I can afford it or not. Eh? I've sort of taken a moment here, going. I've refrained all the things that have been going on in the world as in this economy. As in, oh, I want to eat some food. In this economy, I want to live indoors. In this economy, can I sleep? In this economy! No, absolutely you cannot. Everybody's working all the time. So, with that said, let us go ahead and move forward, and we're going to start with our first world. So, just a second and get off my butt so I'm not dragging it around looking like I have worms. That would be so good. And we'll go visit one of my favorite places. How many people here have been to a place called Beyond a Bit? Anyone? Nope. Well, this will be a wonderful experience for all of you. So let me get the sand off of my tail, and we'll go on to Beyond a Bit. Alrighty. Now, I am hoping that the music in here is not copyright. I don't believe it is. If it is, that's going to be sad, because then I guess I get copyright struck by Twitch, and we don't want that. But we will see here. So we'll go ahead and open up a new instance and make our way to Beyond a Bit. Now you should still be able to hear me, I believe. But very soon here, we'll end up in a lovely little world. And it is a world that tells a story. It's one of those places that, well, I'll have to turn the camera around for all of you so you can experience it with me. Oh, very good, very good. Alright, off we go. But first, let's turn the camera around like I was saying. Alright. I think I have to turn something off. Yes, I think I have to turn it around. We'll do this. We'll see if we can get ourselves turned around here. Or will it? Oh no. Old man trying to use technology. How dare you? How dare. But there we go. Alright. Because this is a unique experience. It's one of the ones I truly enjoy. I bring people to this world pretty often, and there is a very good reason for it. It was one of those things and one of those places that you got to see the potential for the human imagination. So with that said, let me go ahead and turn off the other music for a moment. And we'll begin. At least that's what I hope, that you'll be able to hear all the music and everything. From a seed's dream, tales unravel, stars and lives blossom beyond our reach. And we will go ahead and start our journey with a key. Hello, High Vote. We're in VR chat right now, and we are visiting a world that I love called Beyond a Bit. Welcome to our journey through VR chat. If I need to turn up anything, just let me know. Any music or otherwise, I'll be sure to do so. You should be able to hear some music now. Beyond a Bit is the start and story about the birth of life on Worlds, I believe. And everyone, welcome to our journey through the realms of imagination. Hello, Winterwolf, and welcome to my stream. Tonight I'm taking people to see some of my favorite worlds. And this is Beyond a Bit. All worlds here will be in the listing once the VOD goes up, so you can make your way to them yourself. Oh, and so thank you so much for following. And this ends this first part of this journey. One world comes to an end, and another is born. I remember my first feelings coming to this place. And we'll go ahead and we'll step out. And take a look at this world that we have before us. In places like this, in moments like this, you cannot help but become a little bit poetic. It is, as they say, something to behold when you realize that this lied within somebody's imagination. When I get to sit here in the azure grass of somebody's dream, place that was always hidden behind people's eyes, places that you might have as well, that lies within your heart, and stories you want to tell because of them. I am, of course, one of the broadest and most vocal advocates of what VR and VR chat and places like it. It doesn't have to be just VR chat. Places that connect us and make us realize what our true potential is. This is us. This is the statement of we are the music makers and we are the dreamers of dreams is true. And that person that you meet in your everyday may have places even more fantastic than this. Oh, right. I'll have to make sure that I adjust that for the future here for the music. Thank you for the information, Winter. I'll go ahead and make some adjustments then. But yes, so this is where we start. One of the first places that actually nearly brought me to tears the first time I experienced it. The first time I got to sit and think about what was said about us, about the world we live in, and what it could be. This world is known as Beyond a Bit. B-I-T, Beyond a Bit. It's been here for a bit, to say the least. It's been here for at least 2 years, I believe. And yes, I get to stand on or sit in the azure grass of another world. Just this place that existed in somebody's heart. They learned how to use the tools and how to pixels and polygons of light and shadow, of color and contrast. They birthed something of a miracle and tell their story. The rolling wind here may not be able to be picked up, the sound of it blowing across the grass. And back there, a life and star seed, and all the things can be born from it. So, as we come around once again and get to experience these things, we will proceed to our next venue, on the next place in which we're all going to come together and experience this sort of thing. And with that, let me go see if I can turn my camera back around. I seem to have misplaced myself. One must not lose oneself in such places. There we are. All right then. This is our first stop, and I do hope that you will come by here and see it for yourself in virtual reality, because it is absolutely worth it. So with that said, we're going to go off to our next world. Let's see. Spin the wheel. Where shall we go? Where shall we find ourselves? I have so many worlds that I have aggregated over the years. Some of them are small, and some of them are grand, and some of them are interpretations of games and such. But I think, I'll take the camera flying when I'm searching through worlds. Have you deeply buried into the grass. 1 second. Protopetes, hi. How are you, dear? Good to see you. Basically, we are going on one of my world tours and heading out amongst the many places that I have saved as a favorites. So, hello, Jackson. Nice to see you. I hope you're having a lovely night. We are doing Tao's World Tour. So, let's go ahead and do this then. All right. Let's see. Where to next? Oh, yeah, there are just so many of them. But we shouldn't dawdle in one place for too long. Let's go ahead and we're going to visit the New Generation. New Generation is a lovely, smaller set world, but it has its charms and it is very, very pretty. So we will go ahead and set a new instance and be on our way. Oh, okay. I'll absolutely do so. Yes. So Protopetes has an incredible world that they put together that is a beautiful tribute to Somna and its story. So with that said, we should be... There we are. Lighting's unique here. We'll step out of the shadows. I think that's one of the most beautiful things about this. It has both a day and night cycle. I hope this music isn't copyrighted. But for the moment I'm going to have to pause it. And I'll play our own music just in case. I wish it wasn't the case that this was, I couldn't share the music that is this without knowing. But let's go ahead. Alright. Hopefully that's not too loud. Do let me know. I am still figuring things out. This is but my fourth foray into streaming. I'll go ahead and spin around here so you can see this place. And yes, you can swim in the water here too. I'll go ahead and fly the camera around a bit. I love coming to this place just to come and sit and think. Or if I need to talk to somebody who's had a particularly bad day. Yes, you can actually go into the water as well. It's almost funny how much of an adventure this all can be. Alright. Hopefully I have not locked my camera up. Let's see here. There we go. So if you're looking to make your own videos and that sort of thing, you could do far worse than this world. It is just simply lovely. And what we'll do next here is I will go over and I will touch the sphere that allows you to be able to turn it from day to night. Right there. So we'll go ahead and get that refocused on me. There we are. And we'll go ahead and take a look at it in the dark. It is one detailed world. The shadows here. I think that's why it is a bit small in comparison to so many others. It has, well, to do all of this with it, needless to say. Oh, okay. Let's go and turn it now on so we can see it in the dark. The Zuck wishes he had places like this. He really does. No, seriously. The man's got a problem. I will fly it about here as well. Let's see. So... by the way, this world will be the next world in which I will be telling my story from. And from this, almost this exact place. I'll have the magic book revealed. And for 2 hours I will take you on a journey about Therianism, of transhumanism, of magic, and mystery, and lore, of all the ancient places and creatures and stories, sent and set in a contemporary time where a simple question was asked, or at least begged upon. What would it be? What would it take in a time in which you could tell that story of self? That you could beg on the powers of the universe and magic and law that had long been shuttered in the place in which we breathe. That the only true path to be able to find them once again would be from the doorway of worlds of our imagination. Or at least that was the premise back when I first wrote I'll say movie. I could wish it was a movie. Oh, but a novel. It was originally written when I was in Second Life, and but I've changed it to more of a contemporary time and a contemporary experience. Because this offered so much more for us than we could have ever imagined. And back under the water we go. What a beautiful place. And what an incredible experience. I hope you all will make your way here. So again, yes, it is. I'll probably have it set. It is a great place for storytelling. I'll probably have it set for at night, and I'll just sit here with my wings open, telling the story. My first foray into storytelling was probably not the best. I was so put upon by the fact that we had made a bunch of changes and nothing was working, and I was frantic as I was trying to get in on time. I hate being late. I'm terrible about it. Yes, the Zuckerverse is one of those things where I'm glad that people are starting to coin it. I was the one who coined it. That was me. I'll take it. Don't kill me, Mr. Zuckerberg. Anyways, the Zuckerverse was basically a testament to one man's ego. Let's be honest. He thought he had it all sort of figured out, that it was going to be just this one thing, and that he was going to be a master of every pixel and every polygon. Every voxel, every texture was going to have his signature on it. And what did he do with a world that you could be anything in? You could experience anything in. Oh, let's make it body of an iPod, head of a melon, with no legs. Oh, yeah, that was perfect. Oh, thank you, whoever is who's following me now. I feel bad because I don't have anybody actually helping me with moderation or anything. So if I miss this, I miss your name, please forgive me. I'm so sorry. But yeah, it was really, I guess he kind of figured that he was a billionaire, and because he was a billionaire, all of his ideas were brilliant. But I will give him some credit. The Quest 2, Quest 3, and everything that'll come after has put more headsets into more hands and more eyes to be able to come to places like this. Even if his own worlds falter to such a limited vision, at least the hardware's there. At least you can have a moment's experience and go into a Walmart, pick up a headset, and then you step into a miracle. Because this is us. Oh, wait a minute. I am not as sparkly as I need to be. I just forgot. Let me see here. Let's get pretty. This is how I'll be reading the novel. I think it suits me. But yeah, we're going to continue on our journey. I'm expecting to see Karisorian here in a little bit. They're going to come on and show us their latest avatar, which is absolutely adorable and is on Jinxie. And yes, so now off to another land, another sphere of creation. What do we have else in the listing here? Oh God, so much. So much won't be able to get to tonight. Let me think. Obviously, some worlds can be, testaments to all the light and shadow, all the reach of the heart. But sometimes it doesn't need to be quite so detailed. It can be just simply a world that has a simple statement about it. And that's where we're heading now. Oh! Blue Phoenix, hello! Thank you so much. Hello Raiders. Hello everybody. Oh dear, my camera is in the wrong position, and I actually need to change worlds. I'm in a public. That's bad. That's very bad. I must flee. I must get you. Hello, Blue Phoenix. Yes. Hello, Cardo. Good to see you, everyone. That makes me so happy. All right. But first, I need to get out of the public world. Oops. I made a mistake. Oh, I don't want to have somebody come in here and do something that gets me. Well, I'm not even monetized, really. I haven't cleared the threshold to be, to do that. So hang on here. Okay, let's go ahead and I'll just do this again. This time as my own instance. Sorry about the second run up to it, and then we'll go ahead and walk about. I will adjust things. So, this is a simple world, or a simple story to tell. It's just a plain, well, a simple tent in the middle of it with lighting. But it's calm here. The rest of the world is just at a distance. Lights are far off from here. But usually you can just play music and have a wonderful little experience with your friends or somebody that you love. Not every world has to be a testament to every possible pixel, setting your video cards on fire. It can just be this, a small creation, away from the world, hidden in the dark. All of it with the moon set high. I started streaming at 10 o'clock. Generally, I start at 9. I stream 2 times during the week, which is generally Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then Sundays is Sunday story time with Tao. That's where I am reading from a novel that I wrote called Beyond the Veil of the Moon. I wrote back in 2012 and was a bit embarrassed to show it to anybody, to be honest with you, because I wasn't too sure myself. I think I finally, in the past 13 years, have gotten to the point that people are going to judge you harshly no matter what you do. But it is a beautiful little story about fairyism and transformation, about ancient libraries and the Seelie Court and the Fae and the Fairy and all the monsters and old gods. The story is really just set as such that, the last doorway to speak to the old gods and make your plea to them to become a whole creature Well, that would be this one. The worlds of the imagination. The doorway we made for ourselves. To see ourselves as we dreamed ourselves to be. And so much more. But whether or not there's magic in the world, I believe that we are the magic, to be honest with you. We have done so much in our time that when you think about it, 10,000 years of history and mystery, of legends and lore, of all the creatures and things that exist in our universe and our world, or we wish that did, now do here. We get to meet all the ancient lands. Terra Nog exists in VR chat. You can walk amongst the forest and the fairies will come out to greet you. You can lie under a great tree and look at the world and think about how people had such fervent religions and spoke to the spirits and cast all sorts of spells and incantations under incense and moonlight, all reaching out to see this and be part of it. Now here we are, and all of our expressions forms and all our expressions of self, all the angels, all the devils, all the daemons and demiurges, all the things from every possible venue of science fiction, of our fantasy, that all lied and lived within us, till one day we became capable of making worlds of light and remaking ourselves in them, as we dreamed ourselves to be. I never thought that this was going to be, well, in my lifetime. I certainly didn't think that this was going to be something I was going to see, that the computing technology was going to be so powerful as to allow us to have these immense and wondrous experiences. And the friends we've got to make, the individuals that we've got to know, their true selves, that we are as we've dreamed ourselves to be, but also do we tell a story in the forms we take. This is us. This is me. And along the many journeys that I hope to take you all on, know that this is the true self of me. This is me wearing my soul upon the surface. For I have been this dream for 48 of my 58 years. Soon to be 59, to be honest. Very soon. And I'm glad to have existed in a time where this could be a thing. Realize where you are. All of human history has been dreaming of places like this, wanting them to be real. But now they are. Or at least as real as dreams can be right now. Alright, so now off to another world. Fairly soon here, about 10 minutes or so, I kind of expect to see Carsoria. And they will be happily showing you what they've created in this unending expanse of possibility. Alright, so where to next then? I know. Let's go to Morocco. By the way, if the music is too loud, do let me know. Or if you can't hear the music, also let me know. Hello, that crazy guy. Good to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful night, and welcome to my journey into the many worlds of VR chat, of which I have hundreds, if not thousands, of places. I wish I had more slots that I could save in VR chat, but I write them down and we find them. And a little later, once we see Kari, we'll go flying. I've really become very fond of the new flight system and the new forms we get to take. But for what it's worth, as I peek my nose to the door, I sort of face to the door there, and now something. Welcome to a small world again. This one is something called as a Moroccan raid. This world is also very, very detailed and quite lovely. I'll go ahead and fly things around a bit so you can see what it does, what it can be. The Steam Frame, I'll make a couple comments about. Steam Frame has the potential of absolutely owning everything. And the reason why is that the resolution is high enough. It's the same IPX panels that were in the and are in. Oh, they have a kitty cat here. Oh, there's a kitty cat. Let me get the kitty cat. See if I can get the kitty cat in the frame here. Come on here. Hello, kitten. Oh, what a lovely little kitten you are. And he's watching me very intently. Says, what are you doing? Oh, and it's a magical kitty cat because it's actually walking on water. All right, yes, we have a holy kitty cat. Isn't that lovely? Hi, kitty kitty. Yes. Some animals now in VR chat actually can be reactive. They actually are limited AI now. People are doing some amazing stuff with that. But I'm going to go ahead and go up now. I'll show you the second floor. And there's also a lovely rooftop. So, if you ever wanted to know what a Moroccan raid is, well, this is it. It's a simple little building, very square, lovely little rooms. And simply adorable. We'll go ahead and we will come back on down. Again, all of these worlds will be listed in the information of the video once it comes live again, I guess you could say. Let me go ahead and turn things around a bit. I have not yet mastered the camera. There we go. I'm getting there. Okay. No, I thought I had it. I suppose I'll get it in time. Oop, let's do this. getting the camera lost. Oh, there it is. It's right in front of my nose almost. There we go. So let's see. I think I can move it this way now. And then move it this way. I wonder how the rotation works. Let's see. Right rotates? Maybe. Alright. So I have the Reverb G2. The Reverb G2, or the HP Reverb G2, was a headset that boasted a robust 2180 by or 2160 by 2160 per eye, which gave you 4K per eye at the time. And the headset was actually designed and built by Valve. That sounds far too familiar. That, what, 2160, where have I heard that? Yes, that's the same setup as the Steam Frame, the same displays. And let me tell you something about this. This displays is, I mean, it's really, really good. I mean, it's kind of amazing that you can get that out of an LCD display. The colors are extremely vibrant. The resolution is one where you don't even begin to think that you can see the screen door effect like you would see in an Index or any of the earlier Vive products. And it was really, really affordable. It was $600 at the time for brand new. And then what had happened was Microsoft decided they were just going to, dispose of all of the what is referred to as the Windows Mixed Reality, WMR. And there was a really good time for that. I mean, I'll explain why. So he said, why did they dispose of it? I have no idea. But Windows 11 latest update, which was 24H2, basically deprecated all Windows Mixed Reality headsets to be garbage. If you were running the latest version of Windows 11, you could not run the headset. It would not run. Then one of the, I think, former people who worked in the WMR department decided, oh, okay, and he created something called Oasis VR, which is the driver that allows it to work in Steam VR, so you can use your headset again. Well, on the used market on eBay, people had dumped all the headsets. They say, well, it is not going to work anymore. Why am I going to do anything with that? Well, that meant cheap headsets and cheap cables and cheap everything. And essentially, we were now in a situation where we could pick these up for cheap. I mean, the entire headset and everything, before the driver officially released, was going for like $80. You could get the headset and the controllers. I was picking up the headsets alone for $40 and a bunch of cables. So I'm set for a while. And then, of course, now the Steam Frame is about to come out. But I digress. Lovely headset. Same audio system as the Index. A lot of the same microphones as the Index. Very, very reliable. Once you got the new software, the Oasis driver, and the Oasis driver made this headset that much better because it was completely pared down, just meant to socket into Steam VR, and it was absolutely wonderful. And that's where we are. So now the Steam Frame is on its way. Valve has made their engineers and their designs and their components that are making up the Steam Frame completely available to the open source community for us to do whatever we want to do with it, and to do it safely, because knowing those interconnects and all the things that are the modular components that are in it making it work. I am going to buy it, well, if I can afford it. I don't know what the future holds. Right now, things are a bit tough. My wife was sick. We had some problems. But just for the sake of that's running on Linux, they've made it so everything can be side-loaded into it, and they're giving, you know, all this access to all the engineering data that you need to make these things work. That alone is you've got my money. You have my money. If I have the money to afford to do it, I'm absolutely going to do it, because you absolutely need to support companies that do that sort of thing. And I know that the vision is going to be spectacular, because these displays with pancake lenses, which is what the spheric pancake lenses that it has, plus of course having the foveated streaming, shit, they are absolutely going to own the market. This is the kind of thing that other companies need to learn. VR is still in its nascent stage. VR is still kind of a niche thing. It is growing very slowly, but the moment that you make it so I can go to any third-party vendor or myself decide to tinker around and put my own facial tracking system in it, yeah, okay, because there's another part to this. If these designs are true and the engineering is true, I am going to be able to offboard my stuff for my BCI or brain computer interface with that. You know, say, what? So I have a BCI system. It was based earlier on something called the Muse 2, which was a device that you use to focus and meditate and put your brain into certain brain states so you can monitor it in real time. Well, we went in there, defued it, we came up with our own bootloader and installed our own software, and next thing you know, we're using it to move things in and on our bodies in VR chat. In my case, at the time, it was my wings. The only difference was that I also added feedback, which was haptics that let me know where my wings were with motors on my back, so I could feel it. So I could feel my wings. So I could train my brain for having wings. Let's be clear, folks. The first person to ever be in fucking full dive VR will be a furry. I'm sorry. We're weirdos. This is what we do. This is our thing. All right. Given everything that we do in IT and engineering and people who build, I have furry friends that work at NASA and JPL and the European Space Agency. I know a furry that's been on the space station, for fuck's sake. All right. Furries have been to fucking space. Furries have been to fucking space. They better get over it. Let's be honest. The world needs to realize we're here to stay. But I digress. It's time for another world. Just a moment. Alrighty. Let's see what other places we have to go to. Oh, my lord. Oh, I forgot to take the camera out of flight mode, and now there's only half of me. Okay, let's see if I can move this over. How do I rotate the camera again? I don't know. Let's see. Okay. What's right to rotate lens? Alright, we'll fix it. We'll figure it out. So, let's go off to another world. Don't want to bore you. old lion talking all the time. No, that can't be fun. La 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 la. That's the factor. That's the situation with my avatar. It's old. I've had this avatar for 4.5 years, and it isn't until recently that the IK is now moving us into a new position. I am part of the group, or one of the founders of the group, Quadrupedia Collective. If you're interested in different types of ambulatory movement and quadrupedal movement, let's see here. So, I was one of the very first quadrupeds in VR chat because, why the fuck not? And many blinking lights, Voxian, and others help make this thing what it is. If it wasn't for many blinking lights, I would not exist. So I owe them so much. And the things I've done with it and the things I've tried to do with it, it was kind of revolutionary for the time because I literally have 5 spines, 12 segments per spine, to make my ass work, to be able to walk around in all quad. But there are plenty of times in which I cannot contain the power of my ass. I just it just wants to go everywhere. But the Quadrupedia Collective is a collection of people who work in unity and have been able to come together and begin to deal with the really real challenges of avatars like myself, because it is different. It pulls away from a lot of the things that we deal with just as bipeds, and there are concessions that you have to make, mostly because there's so little support for it. Let's be honest. There are some things that VR chat and any others they could do that would make things easier for us, but unfortunately, we're not as popular. Why? But that's going to change, because God knows, God knows there are some incredible quadrupedal avatars. I have a friend of mine who is a centipedatar, which means all those little tiny clinky legs. It's disturbing, the shape of his body and the compound eyes, and but it makes him happy. This makes me happy. It brings joy to the world as much as I can. But onward, we will go to another world. I will now shoot. As simple as desolate grasslands. Let's see, what do we have that's a little more recent? But I have been overwhelmed with. Okay. Oh, thank you so much for joining. Hello, Tynan. I think that's it. Tynan. Did I get it right? I'm sorry if I got it wrong. Sorry. Anyways, hi. Yes, I'm Kitty. Yes, I get that a lot. I wouldn't believe how many people just run up to me and grab my face and stick their hands in my mouth and things like that. It's really something else. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start a new instance, and we're going to take you to yet another beautiful place that exists within the realms and the spheres of creation. Now, it is 11:11, and I'm going to have to check to see whether or not Kari is available. So, duck down through here. Through the Torii gates. And this is the way it is every day. A new world, a new expression, a new experience to be found. Yay! Fingerprints? Message for a reason. Automod made a question here. Hang on, I got to check something to see whether or not the question can be. Oop. There we go. Now I figure out what I was doing wrong. Okay. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and turn around so you can see the waterfall behind me as I check things, because I don't have my mods here. So this is a lovely little world with a beautiful waterfall and all sorts of things. Give me a second. I got to figure something out. Alright, so where did my screen go? Held a message. Can I review it? Oh, I guess. Hello. They offer you finger foods? Huh? Huh? What? Question mark, question mark. I don't eat fingers. At any rate, okay. Okay, so back to what we're doing. All right, a quick pan about. Maybe not quite so quick. I look at this beautiful place. Shit. All these magical words. Oh. Wow. Straight under and through. I wonder if I can change position of that. That's better. Oh! Oh! Yeah. They're like putting their hand in my mouth and going blah, 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 blah. I'm like, do you do this to all your friends? Then they kind of look at me, kind of mystified. Kind of gets into this story of the first days I was in a quadruped. People were not really ready for it in some cases. I had other friends. It's an interesting story. I know how I felt the first day that I... Yeah, the average ferality experience. Yeah, I agree. So I tell this story, and you'll probably hear me on the stream tell it again a few times because, new people, and I like people to understand, what I'm about and, how this all came to be. As I said, I had. I better check to see. Let's see if I can find. Oh, I wish I could have you all join me. I know. Oh, so sorry. I'm sorry we're streaming right now, and I don't know how to do this message-wise. But okay, let's see. Let's see. this evening. There's more people on than I thought there were. Alright, let me go ahead and I'm gonna have to get a hold of her on Discord here in a second. At any rate. So I suppose story time for a couple of seconds. Let's do that. So when I was about 10 or so, I had a beautiful dream. And that dream was me stalking through the tall grass in this fall. Mind you, back then, it wasn't so glittery and shiny. The horns didn't glow, and I didn't have sparkles in my mane. But it was, you know, the tawny lion, black mane, the usual sort of thing. And this is what it's become over the decades, I guess, especially the 7 years I've been on VR Chat. But I digress. So I had this dream where I was stalking through the tall grass and I could feel it pull at my whiskers and my mane. I felt wings. And one day I stepped into an open field and wing wide, hurtled myself into a sapphire sky, as easy as breathing. And I turned circles in that deep blue till the day was done, until the amber hues of eve had fallen, and then the russet and reds, and then the violets of twilight, and then the cloak of night unfurled as I soared upon wings that whistled in the wind. And the stars came out to speak, and I soared above ocean or sea the same, only to come to rest with padded paw on salted shore, and sat to look and wait to roar the sun anew again. That's how it started. That's how a dream born from a child's heart. I don't know. I've had many dreams since then. Some small, some even more grand. But that's where it started. And I followed that my entire life, searching for that wholeness of being, that universal will to become, I guess you could say. I did everything I could in that time, at my age. This was before the internet, there was before anything. There might have been internet at one of the universities, but it wasn't, nobody had home computers back then. I had a black and white telly till I think I was about 16. And what can I say? I tried all the things that you might try when the heart yearns for something, calls to you. A wholeness of being that I was trying to achieve, a yearning that I had no hope in any other vein to possibly see. So I cast incantations and spells and all sorts of things to try and become. I got in so much trouble with my mum when she found the Wiccan book, witches and stuff like that. And I truly and earnestly tried with all my heart In the end, it was less about trying to cast a spell to transform myself than it was just to prove that any of it existed, any of it was real, beyond the world that we knew was true, the world that we had that was demonstrable for our sciences and our understandings of physics. But for all that effort, I could not have willed a mote of dust to that dream. I even snuck out at night many times, trying my best, trying my damnedest to pry the fairies from their hiding place. I laid down in an area in Beeston Park and I tried to ply them with tea cakes and crisps and whatever else I had, and little bits of glass and baubles, begging them. I wanted to go away with them. I felt so displaced in the world and all the dreams I had. After that, I sought the path of books and novels, of stories, and put myself in them. At the end of the day, though, there were no paths through the wood. But if you found the fairy circle, stepped in, if you entered on the left, and then you left on the right, you'd be in the land of the Seelie Court and all of its creatures. There were no black sand beaches that if you followed the pearl markers and you figured out the questions that were to be asked of you, you could find the place where dragons dwelled, and you could be tested for your courage and your kindness, your compassion and your wisdom, and that you would be able to one day take wing with them. And there were, sadly, no magical wardrobes that would spirit you off to the land where all the talking animals lived. I tried. So I was telling stories to myself, speaking of those things that the heart yearned for. Dreams of finding Circe's isle and her cup and wand, or some magical item that would uncork all the possibility that I could be. But it turned out that after all my tries, all my efforts, and all the times I cast spells in ancient Greek and Latin and other long dead languages, I probably misspoke many times. It turned out that the magic was us. That in the mathematics, we got to watch as the computers became faster and more brilliant, capable of making medicines and motor cars and all sorts of miracles. Incredible dreams and, sadly, terrible nightmares. But as I said before, one day we were able to create worlds of light and remake ourselves in them. Turns out it wasn't ancient Latin or Greek or any of these other long dead languages. Well, technically Latin isn't. My teachers would have absolute fit if I heard me say that. But it turned out it was Unix, Linux, C++, C#, and all those other things that allowed us to build worlds from the within. Those places hidden behind our eyes. Those things that were with us since our childhood. To things that were created yesterday. And in the many worlds that I've witnessed here, I've seen every sort of sunrise and sunset that you can in every possible coloured sky. And worlds that were easily recognizable as out the back of your own doorway, to places that had been hewn from liquid colour and suspended by starlight. I have been to worlds that you could have sworn you did not stand in a place. You stood in the midst of somebody's soul, as if somebody had torn their chest open and poured the heart of love into it. That it lived and it breathed as a thing that was more a window and sometimes a doorway to knowing things, to become more wise. Welcome to VR Chat. You're welcome to the places like it. Realize where you are. Anyways, you'll have to give me a moment. I'm going to have to get a hold of Kari and find out where they are. They're a little late. One moment. Where are you? Oh, I've got to start a Discord over there. Doesn't crash me. Alright, let's try this. Let's see what happens. Alright. Oh. Okay. That looks like they're getting back to me. Oh. Alright. They're having a bit of trouble on their own. All right. Okay, well, they're having other issues right at the moment. We may have to wait. So, hey! We get to go to some more worlds. How many people are up for that, eh? Yay. Okay, so this is this beautiful world. We'll go ahead and we'll go on to the next one. Let me see if I could find the recent one I was in. That was a little grimdark, but it was lovely. Yes, more explore pretty places to town. All right, absolutely. Your wish is my command. Let's see here. Okay, let's do this thing. Let's do a thing. A thingy thingy thing. All right. Where to go to next? Now. Where did I put that world? The problem is when you have so many worlds, you kind of, you know, misplace them. Oh, this would be wild if we went on this little jaunt. Oh yes. Hang on for a second. Oh, I am not so hot here as to be called Mr. Tao or Master Tao. I'm just somebody who wants people to be happy. That's all I've ever been about. All right, so off to the next world. We are going to go to... The name of the world is Yortuoji. Yortuoji. I think it's Japanese or it's Korean. I think that's Korean. That might be Yortuoji. This is another world that recently ended up with a very, very beautiful. Well, I mean, there was a time in which they were doing some awards for virtual worlds, and it was trying to remember, but it's this big symposium that they have talking about virtual worlds and the kinds of things that are created in them. And boy, did they knock it out of the park with this thing. Now this is this might be a problem. Shoot. See, I don't know if the music in this world is open source and not how. I wanted to take you to this place, but I don't know if I go here whether or not. Basically, it invites you into the world of Kiko music experiences, which are kind of, you know, wild and beautiful, but I don't know if they are don't know if they got copyright on them. I don't know what to think about them here. Speedy, hello Speedy, nice to see you, Kiwi. Yes, well thank you. It is a beautiful place, and all right. So let me find a place that may not have music that will copyright strike me. Oh, I hate that restriction. There's so many places that are made for this thing, for this platform, and if they have music, then it can be a problem because they'll say, "Oh, you weren't supposed to play that music. You don't have a license. You're naughty, bad lion." Okay. So, anybody ready for some Dark Souls? Let's go visit this world from Dark Souls. It's really neat. It's a little grim, but it's really, really neat. So, off we go. He's not a tame lion, but he's good. Thank you for that. Thank you so much for that. Okay. Off we go. Let me adjust here. Oh, wow. Okay. This is rather lovely. Holy God, it's huge. Well, let me go ahead and turn the camera around for you all so you can... Oh, and I'm scooting my butt like I have worms, but I will fix that in a second. But here you go. Wow. Would you look at this? This is huge. And as the sun rises, alright then. I'll have to take myself out of flying mode. And head down the stairs. And under the stairs, apparently. I'll need to adjust this. Yeah, I need to adjust the camera again. Sorry, folks, but oh my lord. I wasn't quite expecting this. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Wow. Oh, wow. Anyway, so this is apparently from, yeah, hang on, let me see if I can get the information of this world here. Oh, hello, and thank you so much. Yeah, this is, yeah, Dark Souls Anor Londo is the world tonight, this particular one. And it is all real. And what I mean by all real, this isn't just, you know, painting in the background. This isn't just stuff added to it. It is an actual place. I don't know if this is a flying world or not. Let me, well, I could fly. Yes, actually, I can fly. Absolutely can fly. Let me get the camera reset, and I will take you flying throughout this. One moment. All right. So, now I'm going to adjust the camera and hopefully rotate it. Alright, and I'll bring it down a little bit so it's out in front of me. So while I'm flying, you'll be able to see everything that I see. Okay. Now I have two flight systems. One of them is Glider Flight, and the other one is known as our Glide Flight 2. And oh, go ahead, go flying. Absolutely. This will be the Glider Flight. This allows me to fly anywhere. Flying Lion! Flying Lion while in sitting position looks stupid. What was I thinking? Good God. Alright, let's fix that. There we go. That's a little better. Alright. We will back up a bit. And away we go. Wahoo! Now this is a beautiful place. Oh my god. I didn't expect it to be this big. I had seen some pictures, but I didn't realize this was the entire city, fully rendered. I might have to use the fast flight movement here to get us through portions of it. An old and ancient city. Quiet, no people about. We're exploring! Yes, we're exploring a gigantic map with a gigantic city in it. I mean, it is really something else. Wow. Yeah, pretty much everything we saw is a place you can go. What the hell? I mean, it wasn't even that big. I guess just somebody optimized the snot out of it as a game asset. Yeah, well, I wish I could take credit for it. It was Thule, my dear son, my dear digital son, who helped make this possible. Because people were begging me for the longest period of time to start streaming, and I was like, really? No, nobody wants to listen to an old line, just blather on about worlds and things like that. And he was insistent. Wow. Okay. And the sun rises again. How pretty is this? So that's lovely. I'm going to have to visit this again with my friends. We'll have a picnic. Alright. Now then. I can't wait to show you flight with the Griffin. That'll be using something called OpenFlight. And that's a lot of special fun. So give me a moment here, and we're going to find ourselves yet another world as we look out over the city. Wow. Oh, there we go. Now then. Let's see what happens next. Alright. Let's do this. Interesting possibility here. Who wants to go to Hogwarts? I wonder if I'd fit into Hogwarts. I wonder if I do well in Hogwarts. That's another new place. Yeah, perhaps we'll do that, but first I wanted to show you another world. Now this one was called Last Resort. It was apparently a Halo 3 map, but the interesting thing about it is that the person who uploaded it also made it I might agree with you. I mean, this is pretty freaking spectacular. But I'm going to go ahead and show you a world that's got a beach and really, really special water. I haven't seen any other world do water, a beach like this, and especially to the level of the detail. So let me go ahead and we will go join that area. Also, I hope that I'm much clearer than I used to be. I'm on a much better microphone. And it'll be the microphone I will be using for... So, oh, it's really bright here. Hang on for a second. Oh my goodness, I am absolutely luminous. But I will go ahead and turn around. Oh, maybe... My mane disappears in the water! No! Oh, sadness! Oh, I suddenly get turned into a lioness because I'm near the water. But I'm going to go ahead and turn this around. It's so good, and I don't know whether or not the camera will pick up all the details of it because it is so, so wonderful. Okay. Look at this. It's so good with the swells and its motion and everything about it. I actually get phantom sense of my paws getting wet. It is so pretty here. Whatever they managed to do, whatever voodoo or magic they managed to pull off on this, and I love that the light passing through it also distorts onto the sand underneath the water. It's just one of those few moments. The waters have changed, yes. What would be the subject of Professor Tau? Let's see here. I think Professor Tau, of course, transformation. Absolutely. McGonagall would be one part of it, but I would definitely be the advanced class. Not only do you get turned into rats and cats and all of that, but then you get to turn into dragons and fantasy creatures and stuff like that. I think it'd be a very popular class. I think I probably would be able. I'd have to put barriers up to keep all the children from piling in. All of them screaming that they want to be a griffin and such, or anything else for that matter. I want to be a centaur. I think being able to express one's possible multiform would be a wonderful idea. Yes, okay. Today we're going to talk about hippogriffs and whatever else. We'd have flight classes. And that lovely teacher with the owl-like eyes would have to be one of the ones that would be the one teaching it, I think. But yes, so I just wanted to show you the beach here because this. I'm very much a beach lion. I love being on the beach. It makes me very happy. Very happy lion. Big snoot. Big snoot. Here we are. Do you have games on your phone? Ooh. Alright then. Let's go on to our next world. Snoot Cam, yes. Oh, yes, there would be an entire class on dragons and drakes and all sorts of things. Gigantic bat creatures. So much better to fly with your own wings than on a broom, to be honest with you. I don't care how fast a broom is. Soaring is an art. Turning circles in the sky is an art. Speaking of which, I think it's time that we go flying. Don't you? Okay. Alright. Let me find my favorite flying world. And then I'll take you on a little bit of an adventure. Right, 1 second. You're going to have to give me 1 second. I have to hydrate. 1 moment, please. Hydration Nation. And you should too, all of you. Everybody should have to get something to drink. All right. Okay. So. Alrighty then, let's see. Yes, wing hugs. Wing hugs are the best. Being able to lay down and have somebody cuddle up underneath your wing, sit in the sun. I'd love that so much. Okay, let's stop our flying mode and let's line ourselves up properly. And there we are. And let's see if I can find my way back to that world. 1 moment. Okay. Oh, it looks like Kari will be joining us. Hang on 1 second here. Looks like Kari has finally finished. 1 second. Da 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 da. Let them know. Okay. Okay. Waiting. Blah. Okay. Blah blah. Alright. Now, let me check. They haven't sent me a request yet. No, they have not. Then I will just go ahead and go off to one of my favorite flying worlds. And we'll meet them there. And hopefully they will also join us in a flight because they have a dragon that is unfreaking fathomably beautiful. When I saw it, I literally cried. Yes, this is a Halo map. Absolutely, this is a Halo map. Somebody just decided to, upscale the snot out of it. It is really detailed. So let's go ahead. Wells. Oh, come on. Anybody who has ever had to type in with a controller knows the pain. Let's see if we can find that world again. Well, Twilight Express is open now. We can go there. Oh, I'm looking for one particular world there. Volaire is another beautiful open flight world. Alright. Where is it? Where is it? Just searching OpenFlight gets you a bunch of other stuff that wasn't what I was looking for. I will have to talk to Kari about it. Let's see. Alright, we're going to go to the Twilight Express. We've been here. This will be our 3rd time here. New instance. And we'll go ahead and join that. Alright, now I've got to check to make sure that this is... Yes, this is royalty free. Okay. Now, those who've been to Somna will recognize the themes of this place. I was flying there this other eve, and yeah, let me go ahead and teleport down to the pillar. Isn't that the cutest fucking thing you've ever seen in the background? Big cats, big cats, big cats. Yes, Bricky. Good to see you, Bricky. How are you? Love everybody. Everybody love each other. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Now, let me see if I can find this other world. A moment. Nothing like an itchy hair in your eye. You lurk. Weffler the prodigy, you lurk. Yes, we see you there. Interesting. Again, at any time that the music gets too loud, do let me know. Okay. Oh, why is there a hair in my eye? The secret hair that is stuck in it, tickling my eyeball. Alright, okay, moving back onto it. Now, let's talk about OpenFlight for a moment. OpenFlight is a rather interesting system. It offers a lot of you could say direct interaction with the world that you're in, and it is so much fun. You have to flap your arms. You have to flap. Yeah. Now there are ways to cheat a little bit here and there to keep from making yourself exhausted, but the truth is that all the really fine turning and everything, because in OpenFlight you can do something called banking flight, which means you go up on wings high. If it goes hard, but you might need to turn it down. Okay, that's all I need to hear. That's all I have to. There you go. How's that? Okay. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to change it to a different avatar. This is the Griffin that many blinking lights, a Pepsi, and another individual whose name I've forgotten, and I feel very bad for that. Whoever you are out there, love you. I'm sorry I've forgotten your name. I will make sure to do my best. But the two primaries were many blinking lights and Pepsi. Pepsi did a lot of very interesting things with the IK, and it is an IK. I don't even call it IK. It's something better than IK, to be honest with you. And it's going to be something that's going to be part of my avatar, because let's be honest here. 4.5 years of this avatar constantly being patched to try. Oh, I almost fell down a hole. Okay. 4.5 years of this avatar being patched repeatedly to try and keep it working in VR chat, whereas they've changed the constraints and changed the modes and changed everything they changed. Let's be honest. There are places in my hierarchy you dare not look lest you go mad. It is absolutely Lovecraftian in here. It does things it shouldn't do. It does things that it does even though I tell it not to. This is a broken avatar. It works good enough to bring me some joy in the world, but too much has changed in the systems, and there are better systems out there. And I'm about to show you one of them, which is this system that both Perpsy and Many Blinking Lights put together. So let me go ahead and get into the proper verb that it is. Alright. Let's see. Verb powers activate. Recently used. Here we go. Come on now. Come on, VR chat. Obey me. I demand it. Okay. So this... Actually, I'm going to scale up just a touch here. Get a little bit bigger there. So... one of the things I really love about this is that it has so much that is stylized, so much that moves. I'll just say it just moves better. So I'm going to go ahead and bring it in a little bit so you'll be able to see. The way it walks is really brilliant. So, there we go. The colliders here are a little bit funky. Oh, yeah, these are funky colliders. Alright. Probably not the best place, but it's so smooth. I don't move like this. I don't. My butt wiggles all over the place. I go to turn and I wipe out a room with my ass. Alright. This is so much better in so many ways. It's not even funny. It's elegant. It is elegant. Beautiful. Yeah. There's something a little weird. Proto Pizza is the one who made this one. Yeah, when I was walking across it, I was passing through the bed in some places. I'm quite sure that it can be resolved. Sorry, I didn't mean to point out something. I love you. But then again, it could be just, quadrupeds are weird. We're weird. We have problems. We have problems. We have so many problems. You have no idea what we go through. Really, you don't. It could be just fine for anybody else. Okay. So, love you so much. Protopizza world. They have another world that is my own world, and it's all dreamlike. It's also very dreamlike. Okay. But the most important thing here is the flight. Now I'm going to show you some flying here, and then I'm going to find another one that I really love, and we're going to go flying there. And as soon as we go flying there, hang on, I got to check on. Okay. I'll let them know that I'm waiting. Okay, so the flight. We'll do that. Here, I need to make a couple adjustments. Some adjustments so I can fly. Flippy flap, I love to fly. No, seriously, I do. I actually fly quad rotors and drones and fixed aircraft with. Come on, there we go. Let's get back down under the ground. FPV flying is something that I do. So I have actual drones and that sort of thing, and I also have fixed-wing aircraft that I built that track my head movement. So I can the camera that is transmitted to a high-definition screen on my face, much like a VR headset, allows me to soar along in the real world. Quad rotors are kind of frantic, though. You get maybe about 5 to 7 minutes of flight time on a single battery. But you're a dragonfly. You're screaming along at, let's see, we're doing it miles per hour. You're screaming along at 80 miles an hour, inches from the ground, and then punching out into the sky. And then inverting it, you're upside down, and you yaw spin all the way in through the trees. It's wonderful. I don't get to do it as much anymore because, well, free time is at a premium, and at least, here I get to be here doing things. But I also, like I said, I have a fixed-wing aircraft. It's known as a Bixler clone, FPO foam aircraft that has a camera system and the transmitter and everything. As I look around, I can look about over my wings, and I go soaring. That's a thing. But anyway, let me go back to Spawn here. I have to make one more adjustment because there's some things with this. This avatar will soon be able to be available as well. Pepsi's going to make it available, and it does a lot of things. You can change all the colorations, you can change everything in it. But let me go ahead and respawn and make adjustment at the settings menu. Just a moment. Oh, I'm a bit tall now. Somebody clip this, I suppose. There we go. Okay. So, I'm going to make some adjustments. To do that. See here, I may have to adjust myself so I can get my arms out so I can fly properly. Do my settings, adjust my camera and such so you all be able to see me. Controls, that's good. That looks good. Open flight is on. So, in theory, all I should have to do is leap off the pillar. Or in this case, come out. Let's see. So, to answer your question, Winter, there is a system that allows you to actually have stereo vision and all that. It is prohibitively expensive. It's a full digital system. All right, so let's see if I can fly or not. Actually, I'm getting pretty good. I've been running around a lot in this avatar because it is going to be the exact same IKs that's going to be in the my Lion. A lot of problems are going to be fixed. So it's best to get a lot of practice in, There you are. Okay, so. All right. I think we're good. Yes, there we are. This is the magic. This ability. too could have this for the low, low price of being free and happy. I think that one day we would be able to do this. Again, for me, I'm living in the future. I'm living in science fucking fiction. For you younger lot have been playing games video games your entire lives. Oh. It is something. I think Burb looks pretty good on me. Lion looks better, but this looks pretty good, don't you think? Yeah, soon my wings will fly similarly. Soon I'll be able to have that experience. Aww. So, let me find this other world. I want to show you another world that I quite enjoy. This world that we're going to go to. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for joining. Yeah, so I'm hoping that by the time we're about to close up here, because I've got a lot of the work I've got to do. World is full of work. I build trackers. I build full body tracking systems. I work in various other venues for. Well, I used to work as a person that did animatronics and mechatronics for a bunch of movies in general. Beb, yes, and but you know, I build VR hardware, I repair VR hardware. If you have broken the controllers, I can fix those. If you need stuff that, like, you need Joy-Cons and all that in them, I do that. Generally $50 a piece plus shipping. And I do a lot of solder work for other companies. They need electronics people really badly. Yeah, I'm a creature of building things. I build things. I like building things. I like making things. I like knowing things too. Okay, moving on. We're going to visit this last world, and I think we're going to have to call it for the evening, unfortunately. But let's go on to this next world. I want to show you this next fine world, which I adore so much. But first, I'm going to find it. Where is Easy Town? I think I have to invite myself to it. Yes. That is okay. Inside. I'm going to log in. I have to go through two-factor authentication. Give me a moment. This will take a second. Sorry. Two-factor authentication. Just want to get into my account for all sakes. let's see. Alright, I should get an invite here any second. So Tau 2.0 will be my current model refreshed with the Griffin's IK system. We'll just call it an IK for system right now, because a lot of things are done with constraints and rotations. So yeah, there is some plans from the mesh side. There are some things that need to be fixed. The main side, there is the possibility of an extra long, more fluffy main that is interactable. Now, my current main is interactable. It's hair cards, and it looks pretty good. It's fairly pretty, but it is a little dated considering that there's all these other things. Feather-wise on the wings and transition areas, there is of course the new, well, maybe not quite so new, normalized crows shader. Right now using the Warren's Fast First shader, which means that when you pet me and touch my face and you touch my fur, it moves under your hand. I'm so proud of that. It's so pretty. So that's that. But okay, we're gonna head off to a world. I believe we have the invite. Yes, we have the invite. And off we go. This is the private world of Perpsy. They're constantly updating and making it better. So I need to make some adjustments. There we go. All right then. I think we're ready. Put that away. That could be over there. All right. Let me guess. Yeah, you can just go away. There you go. All right. So beautiful world. The clouds are lovely and bouncy. If you crash into clouds, you just bounce. But let's go ahead and take a look at this. I'm just going to jump off. This is living. It really is. So we're going to do this. Soon this will be available as well. One day you'll be able to join us in the clouds. I had another friend of mine. We had been working on our own version of flight system, mainly a collider flight that lets you fly anywhere. Only worlds that have open flight allow for this kind of flying right now. We just got to make sure that the people who are making worlds, that hopefully they're making, catastrophically beautiful places like this, are making it so we can have these experiences. But, I'll take whatever I can get, and so can everybody else. But you can actually go out here and soar. and then seeing your own shadow fly over the stones. You're living a life of a miracle now in this time. And whatever time I have left in the world, I'll be spending it respecting it, living it as much as I can. But there were ages of people, friends, that are no longer with me. And they would have loved this so much. So for them, I love it for them. These miracles. At least I got to be at a time where this was a thing. One day, we're not quite too far off. You'll feel the silicon sun on your back. Electron wind in your hair and your wings, the breath of a lover against your cheek. The warmth of a hug, thousands of miles apart, but only a moment away. Thank you for joining me on our little trip through our worlds and listening to an old fluffy bastard go on and on and on and drone on and on and on. You all have a beautiful evening, and I wish the best for you all. All the love. And as always, remember that you're alive. You're beautiful, and you're not alone. Good night, and take care. Be safe on your journey through life. You don't know